Hey guys, today's video is rituals that make me feel good. And number one is a pool trip or a tanning, sunbathing. So freaking sunny. So I'm sorry if the lighting's kind of rough. But I really just wanted to chit chat with my girls. This is like one of my number one rituals. Is like this is my form of like connecting with nature. I'm trying to like focus on myself, you know? Like, I don't really care about the perception of it all most of the time, to be honest, because it's like, it literally is. I literally love, like, getting ready to come to the pool. Put on a scent combo, oil, lotion, all that good stuff, and then just bask in the sun. And I think it really is the little things, because, like, I thrive off of this feeling that I get. And like I don't even swim because I don't really trust the pool, to be honest, because there's so many birds and they just be in the pool, and I'll be like, girl, why are there so many birds in the pool? This is like one of the top things I do outside of like the gym and like focusing on things that I love to do. This just feels so much more like spiritually inclined, and like it just feels better to kind of go in at this direction of life. It really connects to my soul of like, this is something that like really makes me feel good, and I really love being outside. I feel like everyone's been rushing for summer to end, and sure, I can understand that because I enjoy all the seasons, but I would really have to say, like, I thought spring was my favorite, but I think summer is, because I genuinely love like being like half dressed at the pool. It's like one of my favorite feelings. So yeah. And I just like the sun. Like, I literally have this sun tattoo because it was like, this is so like funny. But yeah, after my dad passed, I was just like standing in the doorway in like November, because he passed away in September 2020. And then in November 2020, I was just like standing in the doorway and I was just like basking in the sun, because it was sunny as frick in Texas in November, for starters. But it was just like, I felt so connected. Like, I felt real for the first time in a minute at that point. And then I was just like, yeah, like the sun. Like, there's like moon girls and sun people and all that jazz. And I'm definitely a sun person. I love that so deeply. And yeah, I just have like, ever since that point too, like I especially love the sun. Like, I love going on walks. I love nature, but the appreciation is much deeper. So this is like genuinely a ritual that I feel and like partake in, is like sunbathing. I wouldn't even call it tanning. Like, I definitely tan, but it's more so of like the spiritual act of sunbathing. It just feels really good, especially with music. I'll make my current playlist. I've been so into my music lately, if you couldn't tell, but I've just been like, I think like that is a part of me kind of opening up right now, as well as music and like the way I speak about it. And like, I think I actually want to learn more. So I'm thinking like, I I want like a music encyclopedia and stuff like that, so I can like just learn things, especially in a physical book, because I don't take well to like learning stuff sometimes on the internet, especially something like music, outside of listening to music. But yeah, I really want to learn some more. Fun fact, I played the clarinet for 4 years in middle school and in high school for a year, and that was cool. I sold my clarinet to get my camera, so that is also a fun fact about me. But yeah, um, yeah, I just literally love music so bad, and I want to know more. So I say all that to say is check out my playlist. There's some really cool music, period. I feel like I've only like scratched the surface, and I know what I like, and like I like everything, but I know when a song is like really doing it for me, and I just really want to dive like so into it, and I just want to be like more knowledgeable and like know what to say when people ask me certain questions music related. So I feel like that's like a new goal that like sprung up in me as of recently. and it feels really good. Another thing, shameless self promo, has been my zine. So yeah, my zine is like, I don't know, it's been stressing me out as far as like, not, I guess I'll say perception. I don't like using perception because I feel like that's like not even a cop out, but it's a very universal feeling, and I'm not a fan of it. I don't like feeling things that other people feel, but that's like literally my ego speaking, of like not wanting to feel something that we literally all feel, especially when we put out a piece of art or something that's close to us. And yeah, so it's my zine. I've been especially needing my rituals after dropping it because I have faith in it, but it's hard to kind of keep up the faith sometimes. And I guess that's like the whole point of faith, you know what I mean? Funny about faith, of like having it and then trying to keep it too, because you have faith in yourself, and then that like can get skewed sometimes. So I don't know. I've definitely been needing my rituals to like feel normal, to feel normal about my decisions, because I'm very proud of it. Like, it's not the art itself. It really is the perception. And I really don't like that because it doesn't make me feel very like confident. And that's also a thing about rituals, is like I don't know, I feel like sometimes it's a humiliation ritual, which is hilarious. But it's like very much true of like, this is like real to me, you know? Like, I don't know, girls, I don't know. Because I definitely like put time, money, really brought this too so I could look at it in the sun, because I'm like, I just need to see it some more. And like, it's really funny, like when I put something out, I try to avoid it as much as I can, literally, because I don't want to see a lot of the things, because I'm like, okay, I put all this energy and like locked in on it, so if I can't like lock in now on like avoiding it, then something's up. But I'm really like proud, you know, at the end of the day. I'm very proud of myself for actually doing this and taking a leap. I just feel like, I don't know, it's something. It's definitely a feeling. And like, in general, just the past few years, I've gained so much confidence in myself and like my abilities, and just like knowing that I'm that za. You know what I mean? Like, genuinely. My nose ring fell out, so I have this big old thing in my nose. But yeah, just like the reminder of knowing that I really am that person. Like, I'm that person to me, and like all the things that I want and will have are coming to me naturally, because that's just like the flow of things, and I have the faith. It's just like the in between time literally irks my soul. So, yeah. And I just like really stress the rituals aspects, because I like need to do these things to like calm myself down from any rash feelings, because I feel pretty good about what I made. Like, that's what it's about. And I'm like, I just need to breathe in, breathe out, and, you know, exist and keep it going. Yeah, this is literally life, and I just have to accept it. And I just really love like the stuff that I can do. That's like the best part, is the proudness of myself and the things that I've made, and like everything, especially in the zine specifically, because I really like took a lot of deep time, and I have so many ideas for the future. So I think that's the part that be irking me, of like, I want everyone to see what I'm doing now so y'all can see what happens later. But that's also the patience game. Like, I claim to be so patient, but it's stuff like this that makes me super impatient. And it's all about just kind of figuring out yourself, knowing thyself enough. And I know how I am and how I feel, and that's perfectly fine. But yeah, I honestly like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. And I definitely have some like things that I want to say, but I'm going to hold off because I feel like they're very rash thoughts of mine, you know? of hope and non-hope and things, and I don't feel like I believe them the way that I say them. They're just things that pop up in my head right now. And a funny thing about this is that I do write, and I forget that I can write, or like poetry and stuff like that. That's always been something I'm super passionate about. I just never did it per se, in a large scale, and I forgot about that. And this, like making this scene, made me reconnect with myself. And I also would say that's something I would consider like a ritual too, of like the reconnection of yourself, like while creating art. And that is really why, like, I saw this saying on Pinterest, and then I made it like a printout for myself because I truly needed it. And I was like, if someone else can connect to this, that would be great. Like, live for art and die happy. And I truly believe that, as in, like, if each day I make the effort to create, to express myself, and to be vibrant or sad, mad, the way art can be expressed, if I just make the effort every day, I can die happy. And that's really what I mean by, like, live for art and die happy. Because if you're putting it all out, if you're wearing your heart on your sleeve constantly, it does hurt, but at least you can say that you did that. And that is a feeling that I heavily want to put out and give out. Yeah. And I don't know, I'm really proud of this and the production of it. I did it on a Mixamam. I don't know, I forgot what it's called, but that's how I made my zines, and they're great, and I'm really happy about that. I definitely need to take a picture, because that's also a fun thing, as far as like posting and putting stuff out there. I feel like that could get like trapped and feel some type of way sometimes, with like you're putting out, like, you're pumping out so much just to show people, and it's like, did we miss the plot? Like, how did this even happen? You know, sometimes it's like, where is the plot? I just love my thoughts and ideas, like, long term. This is like, and it's like crazy because I feel like I keep saying like this is just the beginning. I don't want my camera to overheat, but we still have a little bit more to chat about. But yeah, like, I'm proud of myself for like not crashing out, to be honest. Because I feel like there's so many times while creating this, and then creating something, period, that you just want to say fuck it. You just want to be like fuck, or be done with it. You just want to say F it, I'm done. I don't want to like keep pursuing something that doesn't feel normal. Not that zines aren't normal, but they're not a primary form of visual arts. You know, like, when I was explaining it to some people, they didn't really get it yet. And that was probably my first mistake, explaining it. You know, things like that. But like I'm saying, I keep reiterating the ritual thing because it's been so heavy on my mind, of like finding that inner peace within yourself and like repetition. No one else has to feel good about something that you make outside of you. And that is what I like in my life. I really try to maintain my individuality. Sometimes it hurts me, but most of the time it's a great thing. I'm a really good team player. I prefer individual work just because I know how I like things. And I guess that could be me being stubborn. But yeah, like, just trying to make sure you're okay, especially when you're outputting something, especially content too, but like just anything, period. And just showing up as yourself every day. That's especially like, okay, yeah, I wanted tattoos. I just didn't know it would get to this point. I didn't realize that I was gonna always do what I want to do. Yeah, I didn't realize that when I was freaking 18, like, tattooing myself. that I was going to get to this point. I thought there was going to be a stopping point. And I don't know, it really is like obviously a form of self-expression, but I feel like it became something way more than that. My confidence was there when I got tattoos. My artistic abilities went up, you know, because I kept pursuing something that I knew that I wanted for myself, and that was all that I saw at the time. Now I see there's other avenues. I did want tattooing to be like my main thing, but that was me kind of like rushing the concept of art because I wasn't thinking anything like this is me being like, I don't know if y'all can relate or not, but it's just, you know, very real feelings of like, I did photography all through high school, and then I wasn't feeling it as much just because of certain reasons, and like so much has happened, and I forget how many things that I've gone through photography wise, and it makes me laugh. But that aside, I was like, okay, I could tattoo. Like, that sounds so great because I started out doing it for myself. And then I was like, oh, this is fun. And then I got nervous and I tattooed other people, but I don't feel like I did it to my best ability. But at the time, it was. And it's not any regret that I feel. I just be like, dang, like, I know, I would consider I know what I'm doing now. And like, I'd be like, dang, y'all didn't even get the best of me. And I think that's something that I do feel some type of way sometimes. But I feel like people can recognize growth. Like, people can recognize growth, and I can recognize growth in myself, and that's it, that's all. You can't go back. Like, what's done is done genuinely, and that's how I feel about a lot of things. And even like stuff at that time would drive me insane. Like, that is the stuff that like kind of drove me bonkers of like, oh my gosh, if I am I even like doing this? And I would think about those things for days. Literally, me talking about it, like, it is a soft spot for me, but we have learned and we're growing, and I know how to take care of myself outside of like physical self-care, because even like physical self-care, like in general, as far as like, I'm gonna say depression, I was in a deep depression before, and I'm high functioning as frick. Like, at the end of the day, I will always do something if I can help it. Even if I'm feeling like crap, I'm always gonna show up for myself, and I don't even know. I was telling my best friend yesterday, I was like, you know, like, especially since I've like felt a revelation of feeling just decent, period, and like having a good mindset, my biggest thing with that has been like having a good mindset of anything and everything that I do. And yeah, I like show up for myself 70% of the time every day. And that is so good because I don't have 0 days. But it's been a while since I've had 100 day because I haven't felt my best, like, period. But I show up at least 70% every day as of the past year for sure. And like, that is the testament of my growth because I just have to self-soothe so much. And I feel like it's really easy to victimize yourself or say like, oh, I'm all by myself, or no one cares. And it definitely is a feeling. I'm like, yeah, no one cares, so I have to protect myself at all costs. And that is like something I really value, is like making sure that I'm good, making sure that I know how to take care of myself outside of like physical self-care. I feel like people do that and it's like a band-aid when you probably need like surgery or some crap, you know? And I'm like, the surgery, I've been having like progressive surgery over the past like year, you know, of healing myself instead of like, you know, like, yeah, everything's really interesting if you put it in perspective. And I just value my individuality and my alone time. I shared a room with my sister for 19 years, and I'm 23, so the past 4 years I've had my own room, and that's been like the biggest blessing. And I forget that because I'm like, I see my world in my room, and that means the most to me. I can only imagine when I get my own place and stuff like that. But like, I will never forget like kind of where I came from. And a room isn't a big thing, but if you relate, it definitely is a big thing. Just like, I don't know, like your own space and exploring yourself, and then like being able to decorate, see your habits, and go from point A to B with those things instead of like someone is in your space, like kind of preventing you, or not even preventing you, but you just don't want to because someone else is right there in your ear. Yeah, so I don't know. I just feel so much growth, and I felt the need to like talk to you guys because this makes me feel better about the direction I'm going artistically, lifely. We never know what's going to happen, and that's like one of my biggest, scariest things to myself. I was so scared of what can or couldn't be in life, and I'm like, no, it's going to be good, and if it's not, then that's it, you know? But what you really can take out of any situation is how you see it, and yeah. So, I will talk to you guys later. I hope you like this. I'm gonna try to unedit. I'm trying not to edit it as much, but I just realistically hate pauses. I love you guys. Thank you for being here. I'm so happy you're here. Check out my zine. Check me out because I really do aim to put out things of substance